Great. Now that we're familiar with the simple JavaScript data types, we're ready to move on to the complex data types. The complex data types in JavaScript are fantastic, and they really add a lot of power to the language. The first data type that we're going to look at is called an array. So I'm going to create a file called array.js. An array is simply explained as, simply put, an array is a list of things. So let's think of an example. I'm going to create a variable, and I'm going to call it numbers. And I create an array by using an opening square brace and a closing square brace. And I'll go ahead and put my semicolon at the end. And inside of here, I can put anything that I want. Now, clearly I've called this variable numbers, so let's go ahead and just put numbers inside of here. An array is a list, so I can start listing numbers. I'll say 1, 2, let's say 1, 2, 3, 123, and let's say 10,000, let's say 42 for good measure. So here I have a list of numbers. I'll create another array, and I'll call it people. So I'll say opening square bracket, closing square bracket, and in here I will say Tanner, and Brett, and Sally, and anybody I want. Let's say Raphael. I should start naming off the Ninja Turtles instead. So here we have a list of numbers and a list of strings. But what's great about JavaScript, unlike some other languages, is that in JavaScript, your array can be a list of anything. Let's say var things. This is going to be an array of all sorts of things. An array in JavaScript can contain numbers, strings, booleans. It can even contain other arrays inside of itself. So we can say 1 and this and a string that and say 42 or 43, anything that we want. And this might get a little complicated for right now, but we can even put another array inside of this array. So we'll say 5, 6, 7 inside of this array. So this array here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4 items in the last. And even though this last thing here is the last item in this array is another array, I can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in this array. And I can check the array and how long it is by checking its length. And we can see how long an array is by typing in the name of the variable and then dot length. So here, things has five items in it. So I'm going to open my terminal by saying Command-Shift-T. I will go into my complex data types folder, and I'm going to run my array file, node array.js. And look, it says 5. I'll change this to numbers.length, and it says 5 things as well. Just so we can say that this isn't always printing out 5, let's say people. There's only 4 people in this list, so we should see 4. So again, an array is created by having an opening square bracket and a closing square bracket, and then we can simply list things inside of it. And we use commas to separate each item. So 1, 2, 123, 10,000, 42. And we can check the length of an array by typing the name of the array and then dot length.